Hey Flosstube, I'm Teresa. Welcome to Creative Whims Studio. What a week it's been. As if it can't get more crazy. Guess what? It can. This week was just extremely busy getting ready for market, as you all know. Writing instructions and printing and color correcting the covers. I really strive to make sure that the covers for my patterns are as close as possible to the original, you know, when they get it done, because I've heard people complain, you know, I wish what, you know, when I got finished, I wish it looked like it did on the cover, but the colors were way off or whatever. So I go through extreme measures to make sure that I have the color as accurate as possible. So it's just been really busy. Last Saturday, I'm on a bowling league. I bowl once a month with a bunch of friends. It's for fun. It's totally for fun. And I hadn't been there because I was in Atlanta, and then we had a dinner or something. I don't know. It's only once a month, so if you miss it, it's like 2 months before you come back. Well, I missed like 2 months in a row. So I hadn't bowled in a long time, and my first game was like an 80 something. It was the worst game I've ever bowled. But then I got a 141 and then a 144, which was like the best games I've ever bowled. So it was a very strange night. And then we went after that and saw a band at the Eagles Club. It was a country band, and they were called, what's the name of them? What's the name? Kinfo. Instead of folk, it was faux. F-A, like fake. I don't know. Anyway, the guy on the fiddle was absolutely incredible. Met some friends up there and had a good time. And just worked ridiculous hours this week. I worked 19 hours yesterday. I started working on my models, finished my FFOs at 5 o'clock yesterday. Well, my husband had a gig, so he left around 5, and I thought, you know, I'm going to work at least till like 10, 11. Well, then I'm coming out with, what is it, 12? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. 12 or 14 new cross stitch and 9 new punch needle. That's a whole nother story. But I just thought, you know, just keep working on it. Work until you're exhausted, basically. Then I got to the point where it was like midnight, and I thought, now I don't want to walk up to the house because we have coyotes around here, like a lot of coyotes around here. And walking, you know, I don't even like walking in the dark from the house to the studio and vice versa. I don't like doing that in the dark, period. I mean, you could get run over by a reindeer. I mean, okay, not a reindeer, but a deer, seriously. Stranger things have happened. Anyways, I just don't like it. And then, you know, my dog, you know, she'll tear off after something. Well, it's dark out, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what is she running after? And I guess I could take her on a leash, but trying to carry everything that I'm carrying and then have her on a leash, it's just nuts. So then I thought, well, gosh, you know, his gig is done at midnight. By the time he tears the drums down, gets loaded up, talks to people, he should be home by 1 o'clock. I'm just going to stay down here. So I text him. Oh, God, that's a whole other thing. The phone thing happened this week. But I texted him and I said, okay, I'm still at work. Just when you get home, come and get me. So it's like 1:30, and my eyes are burning. My feet are killing me. And I'm down to the last 5 models to finish them. And he finally got home. Well, I actually looked up and I saw lights, and I'm like, oh, cool, he's home. He'll come down and get me. And he never came, and I looked up and the lights are off, and I'm like, well, maybe that was Ryan coming home. Anyways, long story short, he came and got me. He walked in, and he never even got my text. He walked in and he's like, woman, let's go. He because he was tired too. And then we get to the house and I was like wound up for whatever reason. I don't know what. I got a second wind or something. And we stayed up and talked till 4 in the morning. And then I get to bed and my mind was racing of all the things I need to do still. And I fell asleep around 5 o'clock a.m. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So I had 5 models to finish today. Got those done, like seriously, like 5 minutes ago. Just finished them. Because you know, it's not. I mean, you all know how finishing goes. It's intense, and I wanted them to look really nice to show you. And so there goes my video that I was going to do on Wednesday. Didn't happen. I didn't even, like I said, didn't even get to the models until last night, Friday night. Today is Saturday. I normally film on Friday, post on Saturday, but I was not going to film until I had all the models done. So they're done, and I cannot wait to show you. But I'm going to keep you in suspense. So the phone thing, my husband's phone is no more. So he, instead of getting a new phone, said, well, why don't you get a new phone and I'll just take your old phone. And I'm like, because I don't want a new phone. I hate getting a new phone. Just, you know, all the apps, you have to re-up your apps, and then you got to know the passwords for everything. I lost my text threads, which I like to keep those, because, you know, sometimes you got to scroll back. Oh, well, what were we talking about? And, you know, what's that date for that or whatever. So I lost all my text threads. I have my contacts and my photos, and that kind of stuff is fine. I got what is it, iPhone 10 something, S, I don't know. Not the smallest, but not the biggest, the one in the middle. And so anyway, and right now it's crazy because they didn't want to delete all my stuff off my old phone until I got my new phone all set up. So Kevin and I are sharing, this is so weird, sharing the texts. Like if somebody texts him, I can see it, and vice versa. If somebody texts me, he can see it. It's weird. It's so weird. And it's annoying. And I'm like, this is the worst time to get a new phone. I don't have time to dink around with this stuff, but it is what it is, and I have to spend some time getting all my apps downloaded, my Instagram. I finally did that because I'm like, I have to post Instagram at least once a day. So that happened this week too. I had Ellery on Thursday, which was amazing. Best day of the week, and it was nice. It's a nice break because I'm so busy right now. It just was like, when she's here, I don't think about work. I don't think about anything but playing with her, and just, she's my everything when she's here. And so I need that. She's medicine for me. What else? I started to say something earlier, and I said oh, I know. As far as coming out with so many different designs, I don't know what other designers do. I have no idea. But when I met with Donna Fedewa a weekend ago, was it last weekend? I don't even know. But when I met with her and got the Rejoice Angel from her, she was saying, you know, Teresa, you come out with a lot of designs. And she said some designers come out with maybe 3 or 4 for Nashville. And I'm thinking to myself, really? Because Nashville's like the big push for me. That is, I try to have, because that's when the stores can see the models. That's when it's just the most exciting time of the year. To me, it's like Christmas for the needlework industry. You know, it's just, I want to have a big show, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? And so I put a ton of effort into it. And then I usually just have another release in July. But now I'm doing 4 releases a year. But my other 3 releases will probably be just 2, 3 cross stitch and maybe a couple punch needle each time. Anyway, I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm going to be more aware of what other designers are doing. But I do what I do. I don't know anything different, and I come out with a lot of stuff. And I think this year is what I've come out with the most. But anyway, so I guess that's it for the week. I think that's it. It was just mostly work, like 80 hours worth of work this week, and I'll be stuffing patterns all day tomorrow after church. Get the groceries, come home, put something in the crock pot, and sit and stuff. Oh, and we opened up a little sweatshop in our basement. So we're remodeling our basement, and it's looking real good. But after Thanksgiving, that came to a screeching halt because of Christmas and then getting ready for market. But I bought another cutting board. I bought another printer, and Kevin has tables set up down there. He does all the cutting of the fabric, which he wants to get away from that. That's a good question to pose to you all. To you all that do punch needle. Because I know some designers do this, if I offer punch needle and it's just the pattern and you have to supply the weaver's cloth, would that deter you from purchasing a punch needle pattern if it didn't have the fabric inside the pattern? I'm so curious. I really, really, really need your input on this, because, you know, keeping the fabric in stock and cutting it, you know, it's a big job, but, you know, I think it's a nice convenient thing to offer to the customer, but maybe you don't need it. I don't know. I'm assuming that you do. I don't know how readily available weaver's cloth is to people. I know you can get it at Joann. I don't know what kind of quality it is, but you can also order just pre-cut sheets of weaver's cloth from Punch Needle Marketplace. So if I didn't offer it in my pattern, there are places to get it, and I would have that reference on the pattern, somewhere on the pattern, so you would know where to get weaver's cloth. Anyway, but please just give me your input on that. So last week the giveaway was for cross stitch Daisy Hill, and the winner is, I got the wrong notebook out here, sorry guys. The winner is Emma Kaya, it's Kaya. So congratulations, Emma. If you just email me your address, I'll get that in the mail to you, and you can find my email in the description box below. I'll also put it right here. Oh, I know what else happened this week. I got a haircut. You guys, I get my haircut maybe 4 times a year. I never get my haircut. When it starts getting long and bugging me, I just trim it up a little bit on the sides, and I don't do anything with the back. So I noticed I was really playing with my hair a lot. I was constantly doing this in the videos, the last few videos. It's because it was getting too long and it was in my eyes all the time, and I was always pushing it back. So now that I have it trimmed up, it feels so much healthier, but it's staying out of my face a little better. So hopefully there won't be as many distractions. And last week I was playing with my necklace. I was so fidgety. So I'm really trying not to be so fidgety this week. The new punch needle, or the new giveaway, is going to be flying lessons. Wait until you see it. Oh my goodness, that is going to be the giveaway. And the giveaway question is, what do you like to do for fun other than not any kind of crafting? I want it to be something external from crafting. So can't say quilting, don't say punch needle and cross stitch. You know, what do you like to do for fun? The things I like to do for fun, I like to have a lot of fun. I like gardening. I love gardening, and I love when my husband and I work on a project in the yard together. Those are my favorite days. Love, love, love that. But I love spending time with my friends and family. I love having a cookout and having my mom and Jerry and the kids, and you know, I love doing that. But I also love hanging out with friends, whether it's just having a glass of wine with some of my friends, I love live music. I love live music. So going out with my friends to see Kevin's band or to see our son's band and dancing with my friends and I love all that. So those are my fun things. That's what I like to do for fun. And hang out with Ellery, that is the ultimate fun. Ultimate fun. So, you know, I'm just curious. What do you like to do? Do you like gardening? Do you have any other hobbies that are not crafting? Maybe you like to cook. I like cooking too. I really like trying new recipes. And luckily, I don't know if it's luck or what. I don't think it's skill at all, but I'm pretty decent cook. And I really like to try, you know, different things. I make this thing. It's we had it. I had it at a restaurant. It was really good. They called it chicken scallopini, but I don't know. I looked up the recipe and there was a lot of opinions about what true scallopini is, so I don't know. I just call it that. But you take the chicken and you marinate it in lemon juice, so it gives it that little hint of lemon. I don't like a lot of lemon flavor in my chicken. Then you fry it. I fry it in not olive oil, but avocado oil. I put it in some breading, Italian breadcrumbs, roll it in that. Fry it up, and then take it out and all the little crumblies in there, you know, scrape that. I pour half a cup of wine, white wine, and then like a half a cup of chicken broth, and then cut up mushrooms, caper, there's capers in it, feta cheese. Oh, and then you put provolone cheese over the chicken, and then you like pour that sauce over it and sprinkle it with feta cheese. Good Lord, it's so good. And you let me know if you want the recipe. Just mention in the comments, recipe please, something like that, and I'll give you the recipe. It's so good, and I make it like once a week because the first time I made it, everyone really, really liked it. And it's so easy to make. You don't have to measure anything, and it's easy and it's yummy and it's full of flavor. So good. I don't even know how I got on that, but so I'm gonna leave all the models, showing you all the models for Nashville last. I normally do the Chinese fortune teller last, but I'm going to go ahead and do that, I think, now, because I don't have any haul. I mean, whips, like seriously, I haven't, again, lifted a paintbrush, so now we're in 3 weeks. I won't be lifting a paintbrush next week because we're leaving Wednesday for Nashville, so that'll be a month of not painting, and I'm seriously going to paint when I get back. Let's put it that way. All right. So, oh, yeah, I did the winner. That's right. I did the winner. And I did for next week. Oh, questions and answers. I forgot about that. All right. There's only a couple questions. Welshie65 Clement said, what are you most looking forward to about going to market? Spending time with my husband. We have so much fun. We enjoy each other's company. We're best friends. And so when we go to this, it's just, we have a blast. I love seeing the shop owners. I love it, love it, love it. They're all so much fun. I mean, there's so much. Kristen, of course. I mean, my friend I met in like 6th grade lives near there. And so we do a lot of stuff together. We're leaving a day earlier than we normally do to go down. So because we want to be open Friday night. So we're leaving Wednesday. We're setting up all day Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to hang out downtown Nashville all day and then get back. I think it starts at 5, like 5 to 9 is the early bird special. And we're going to be open this year for that. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with my husband, hanging out with Kristen, and hopefully her husband can, you know, he works a lot. So, he, you know, we usually go out to dinner every night. And he usually makes it to at least one of those. Especially if we go to, what is that one place? Oh, Cajun Steamers. Oh my gosh, Cajun food, so delish. We hit that at least once while we're there. But that's it. Basically, it's all about people. It's all about hanging with my husband. It's about seeing all the shop owners and having great conversations and lots of laughs and hanging with Kristen and her daughter Gabby and her boyfriend, well, fiance now, JT, and Kristen's husband Ralph. You know, it's all about people. It's so fun. And you know what I also love? I love seeing everyone's new stuff too. And I love the fact that they're down in Tennessee probably 6 weeks ahead of us. So it's a little bit warm there. The trees are budding. It just gives me spring fever. And even though I come home and it's freezing cold and everything's still dead here, it gives me that hope. Like, I know in the next few weeks we're going to start seeing signs of spring. And so it's just the perfect time of year for this show. I just love it. The Chinese, oh, so that was it. No, Lisa Clark, I'm sorry, Lisa. She said she didn't see weaver's cloth in my Etsy shop. That's because right now it's only on my website. I haven't put it on Etsy yet. See, my hair is starting to bug me now. at my website, and I'll put a link in the description box below, but also list it here where you can get the weaver's cloth. It's like they're 13 by 15 pieces of weaver's cloth for $1. So it's a good way to go. All right, the Chinese. I still haven't colored this thing, but all right, hold it the right way. So Cheryl Zeitz, red 3-4. Let's see what we have. R-E-D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Honest to God, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, y'all. Funny personal story. It lands on that almost every time. It's so bizarre. I don't know. But works for me. I have a lot of them, so I was just thinking, I thought of 2 today and I wrote them in my book here. Oh, well, a couple of them are way too long and we have a lot to go over. Oh, I didn't turn my furnace off. Hold on 1 second, I can catch it in time. Oh, I think I caught it in time. It's so loud. I have some really funny ones, but they're really, really long. I have one that's not that long, and it's more embarrassing than funny. It's funny now. Okay, so our kids went to Holy Rosary Catholic School, and they were always, you know, doing fundraisers. And this one particular fundraiser was at the bowling alley, and my husband's band, there was like a bar in the bowling alley, and my husband's band played. And this was early, you know, it was during the week, and it was, you know, I think we had to be there at 5, and, you know, everyone had pizza and all that stuff. And after a couple hours, like 7 o'clock or something, Kevin's band played. And it, you know, it was during the day, so the kids could all come in and watch and whatnot. So, you know, I'm used to going to Kevin's gigs with all of our friends, and, you know, we dance. We all like to dance. And so I'm sitting with my friends, and a lot of the friends that I hang out with are friends that I met at Holy Rosary. I met them because our kids were in class together or whatever. And I mean, I have a lot of friends too that I didn't meet at Holy Rosary, but I have a core group of friends that I met at Holy Rosary. They're a lot of fun, and they like to go to Kevin's gigs, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're all there. Our kids are all there. And Bad Company came. They played a song by Bad Company. What the heck's the name of that? Can't Get Enough of Your Love. Can't get enough of your love. Okay. I love that song. I get up, and when I do, my friend Renee, her husband at the time, got up, and it was just him and I, and I'm like, Renee, I'm waving at her like, come on, and she's like, no, I don't want to. So I almost died of embarrassment. I'm dancing. The only 2 people on the dance floor is me and my best friend's husband, dancing to Can't Get Enough of Your Love in front of our kids and stuff. Oh my gosh, I was like, when I got to, because I didn't want to like just walk off the dance floor and embarrass. Oh my gosh, so anyway, I tell you what though, because I wasn't mad, but I was just like, really, Renee, you couldn't come and join us? Are you kidding me? So one time, this was years later, my husband's band was playing at, it was Swartz Creek Hometown Days. So it was in a tent. It was, you know, carnival rides, all this stuff going on. And we're sitting a bunch of us friends are sitting at the table, and there were these ladies out there that we didn't know that they were dancing. And they danced like 3 songs in a row. And then the next song, they came over to our table like, come on, girls, let's dance. So this one girl walked up to our table, and she's like, come on, girls, let's dance. And she grabs Renee by the hand and kind of drags her on the dance floor. And Renee's like, come on. And I'm like, no, I didn't feel like dancing. But I also thought, no, I don't want to dance. And so she was like looking at me, giving me those eyes like, come on. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And so I still think it was worse what happened to me than her out there dancing with these ladies she didn't know. But anyway, so that's my funny story this week. Me and my crazy friends. So, are you ready for the little parade here? I'm going to do punch needle first, because I know you all want to see the cross stitch more, so I'm making you wait. I'm awful. I know, I'm just awful. All right, I want to kind of, oh, well, that one's, actually, I'm going to show you this one. This is not new. This came out in Nashville last year, but it looks so perfect on this book. This is a book. It's The Great Geppy. How cute is this book? It's like a little circus book. But that orange and the way it fit this punch needle, I had to do it. So that's not new. That's already available. But okay. I want to start with Old Saint Nick, but I don't see. There he is. He was the one I just finished. One of the last ones I finished. Oh! Alright, here he is. This is PN191 Old Saint Nick. This is wood. I got that. I believe I got it at Walmart. I did. I got this at Walmart. They have some kind of cool wood things in the craft section. And then that little star, I believe I got that at Joann. No, I ordered that at Factory Craft. What is that place called? Craftfactorydirect.com or something like that. They have really inexpensive tin and all kinds of ribbon and different things that you can get. So I just painted the whole thing green, and then I painted the outer part red, and then I sanded it. And instead of using stain, I used that toner by Caramel Colors because it's water-based and it doesn't have fumes and stink. It doesn't stink up my studio. So it's toner from Caramel Colors. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description box below. Love One Another. This was a piece of wood. It was just that color. I got this at Walmart as well. But I painted it, I kind of dry brushed it with navy blue paint. Love One Another. So you can still see the wood grain, which I love that. That's PN192, Love One Another. PN196, Santa's Garden. I might as well show you both. And then PN197 is Frostys Garden. So here is the dynamic duo. So I really like this one. It's so reversed when you're looking in the camera. You know what I like about this one, why I like it better than the Santa, and I'm talking mostly just about the border, is I think this with the cream color border is a little too distracting. I don't know. But this is a paddle, one of those horn book paddles that I sell on my Etsy shop. But I just painted it black and sanded it. I didn't have time to do the whole 5-step process with the Caramel Color paints. It's black, but it's not, with the light on it, it's really not looking. And then there's the Frostys Garden. And I love that red border. I love the way that turned out. So that's those two. What else do we have? PN198 Americana emblem. Oh my goodness. I had a book that it fit on. Is that not cool? Park Designs made this into a hooked rug, I don't know, a few years back. They don't have it anymore. I'm going to say 3 or 4 years ago. But yeah, this book is... Is this the one? Yeah, it says to Don. I hope it don't hurt your tummy too much to laugh. Love, Dorothy and John. April 19th, 1946. Is that cool or what? I almost want to read this book just because I'm curious. Obviously, it's funny. But anyway, so there's Americana emblem. I love that. I think I'm going to do that in cross stitch too. I think that'd be really pretty. Halloween Snuggles, PN199. This one is huge. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but this one is ginormous. And this box, I've had this box for a while. And God, I didn't know what to do. It was all white. So what I did is I went on my computer and I typed Halloween Snuggles. You know, I kind of measured where it would be and how big the letters should be. And then I used, like, no, what do you call that stuff? My goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, well, anyway, it's like a transfer paper. And I transferred that on, and then I painted black around it, and then filled the rest of this in with black, and then just stuck that on. And I've adhered everything you see here is adhered with fabric glue. Okay, so it's in like a little box. But I love this one. I love that they're holding the little kitties. I love the moon, the stars. I love it all. Prim hen in a basket. Okay, guys. I cannot believe I had a book the exact perfect color for this punch needle. Prim hen in a basket is PN 200. But yeah, look at this book. The New Path to Reading, my second primer. Isn't it cool? But yeah, it matched perfectly. Couldn't believe it. Super excited. PN 201 Star Spangled. All right, remember when I did this one and I didn't like the way it turned out? Well, this was the result of repunching it with different colors, and I think it's so much better. So what I did, this frame, I'm not sure where I bought this frame. I don't remember, but the color was perfect. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I put a piece of scrapbook paper in the frame that's Americana, and then I just attached this to the glass because I'm gonna need to take it off. It's kind of a long story anyways. You can see the shine. Yeah, well, it's because there's glass under there, but I've done that before and I think it looks pretty cool. I don't like putting them under glass because it flattens the loops out. And last but not least, Happy Scarecrow PN 181. This guy was in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine fall of 2017. Yes, he was. And he's on a cool old, what do you call those, tobacco boxes? Yeah, so cigars on it. Yeah. So anyway, so those are the new punch needle for Nashville. Yay! How exciting, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 14. Ooh, that's the most I've ever had. All right. Cross stitch 132. Believe. Here is Believe. I'm hoping this isn't too bright. I love the background on this, and this is full coverage. Don't freak out. You know, you could just do the Santa with Believe. That's why I like to do full coverage, because you can then have the option to do the full coverage and have that cool swirl background indicating wind. Or you can say, no, I'm just going to do the Santa and the Believe. You know, you can do whatever you want. So I just adhered him. Thank you, Priscilla and Chelsea. Sticky board saved my life. Saved my life. Well, I'd say this week. No, just yesterday. Everything I finished up today was punch needle. But last night in the midnight hours, sticky board was my savior. And then this is just burgundy wool. And I'm telling you what, not a fan of using wool, because to wrap it around and then get it to stick, nothing wants to stick to wool. And I'm not bringing out the sewing needle. So that's Believe. Where am I going to put you? Okay. Cross stitch 138 Witchy Poo. Oh, I struggled with some of these, not knowing what to do with them. But I like how this turned out. You might remember when one of my Flosstube videos, I showed, this is, I think it's a Tim, is his name Tim Holtz? I don't know, I got it at Joann. It's a little hanger. And you could write something in there. And I wrote Witchy Poo and I didn't like it. So then I had these little metal stars. So I attached the little metal stars to it. So anyway, it's on a little hanger. And then this is just black scrapbook paper. And I used scissors that had like a texture to them. Not a texture, but if I hold it against something white, maybe you can see when I cut it, like a little scalloped edge. Yeah, so that's Witchy Poo. Oops. Next up, we have Cross Stitch 172 Meows. And this one I didn't do anything other than put it on sticky board. I did not have a book to fit. I did not have a piece of wood. I had nothing that would fit this shape. So unfortunately, it's just going to be like this unless I can think of something else between now and market, which I'm done. I'm not going to worry about that. Keep going on the punch needle. Okay, so after 2 Meows, Cross Stitch 172 Happy Halloween. Where might you be? Oh! No, that's Happy Scarecrow. Where's Happy Halloween? Here it is. And then this one, I just used black linen and covered a piece of foam core. And then the actual cross stitch is on sticky board. And then I used fabric glue to adhere the two together. Full coverage again, unless you just stitch on black. I know it's hard to stitch on black. It's difficult for some people, so that's why I didn't want to make my stitcher stitch on black. So instead it's full coverage. So all that black is stitched, but it would not have to be if you used black fabric. So that's something to keep in mind if you do purchase that one. Cross Stitch 181 Happy Scarecrow. So you saw Happy Scarecrow in the punch needle. He turned out amazing in the cross stitch. I love the way this turned out. And I forgot to tell everyone's name of who stitched what, but I will put that when I edit this video. I'll put their names up of who stitched what. But this is Happy Scarecrow. I love, love, love the way this turned out. He's in a black frame. And again, the glass is, he's adhered to the glass. Cross Stitch 182, Welcome Spring Bunny. This was in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitchers magazine last spring. So I can release the pattern now because it's been a year. There we go. Welcome Spring Bunny. This is again one of my paddles, horn books that I sell on Etsy. And this one has the 5-step process, you know, that cool textured paint, caramel colors. But this is just a piece of scrapbook paper, just to kind of frame it and help it to pop off the wood there. Oh, real quick. Okay, last year, when we were getting ready, when we were loading up the van to go to market, it was a little bit warmer than it is this year. Anyway, we had the doors open because we're in and out with bins and taking stuff in and out. And so my dog is running around the yard and stuff. And all of a sudden she comes into the studio and I could smell skunk like really strong. And so I can smell it again. Anyway, she had got sprayed, whatever, by a skunk, you guys. And this was like 8 o'clock at night. 8, 9 o'clock at night, we're getting everything loaded up. And I hadn't even packed my clothes yet. I mean, it's like this every year for market. And every year I say, I'm not going to wait till last minute to do everything. You know what? It's just how it is. I don't, you know, by the time I get the models in and I get it, it just is what it is. Well, She got sprayed. I freaked out. I'm like, what am I going to do? My mom, I had to take her to my mom's the next morning before we left for market. I can't take her over there smelling like a skunk. She can't come into the house that way. So we left her. I forget what we did with her. I think we chained her up outside. I looked up on the internet on my phone how to get rid of skunk smell on a dog. And it's baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and dish soap. And I'm telling you what, it worked. We scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. We got it. What we did is we took a tub. She's small enough. We put a tub, put warm water in it, and I had on gloves, you know, and I just scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed her. And I'm thinking to myself, this isn't going to work. That'd just be way too easy, right? It did. One washing. She has short hair, so that helped. But I'm just telling you, if that ever happens to you. Well, anyway, today, coming down here, I could smell that darn skunk. So there is a skunk that is hanging out in the area again. And when I came down, I could smell it really strong. Well, I'm smelling it again. And Kevin, I text my husband and I'm like, it's so strong smelling. It smells like it's in the studio. Like we have the warehouse side over there and it's not secure, as secure as it is over here. Like I'm not getting mice and stuff in this part of my studio. Over there, that happens. Oh gosh. Anyway, wish me luck that when I leave here tonight and walk up to the house, I don't run into that damn skunk. Sorry, sidebar, just had to share that with you. What one are we on now? Cross Stitch 187, Bloomin' Hens. I love this one. Bloomin' Hens. So this one, this is actually a like a canvas panel, this black part. And it was white. I painted it black. Again, I adhered, or I used sticky board for the cross stitch, adhered it to the black, and then I just took this ribbon, this burlap ribbon, and stapled it to the back, so it kind of makes a little frame, a little burlap frame. I love that. It's so cute. It's so fun. It's just fun to get these done and see them all done. It's just fun. 191 Old St. Nick. So I had the Old St. Nick and the punch needle. I also have him available in cross stitch. This is just, again, sticky board, and then the back part is foam core, and I covered it in one of my fabric designs. I used to design quilting fabric, and I have a ton of fabric. And this one I thought matched really well. So here he is with this cute little reindeer. I love him. I know I say that on everyone. I love this one. It's so cute. I can't help it. I get excited. Cross Stitch 193, Oh Sweet Guardian. I love her. She's just basic and simple. And all I did was just take some black scrapbook paper and adhered her to that. Because again, I didn't have anything that she would fit on that looked appropriate. But I love her wonky little face, her little smirk. Oh, my sweet guardian is what it says. And you can't read the lettering that well on there. I originally was going to have that stitched in black, but I thought it would be too busy. I wanted it to kind of be subtle, and it is subtle. I mean, I think it could have been a shade darker. Brown would have showed up a little bit better. But I wanted the wording to be subtle, because I think if it was black, it'd be too busy. But I just love her little face, her little primitive face. Then we have Cross Stitch 202. Okay, flying lessons, here we come. Can you believe how fast she stitched this? Mary stitched this in record time. So here is flying lessons. This is the pattern that I'm going to be giving away. The only comment I have on this is I wish that the fabric, the linen, was a little bit darker, because I think the sheep blend in a little bit too much with the color of the linen. But a little bit darker linen would be a really wise decision for anyone that's wanting to stitch this. I love the way the border turned out. It's got a little holly in there. I was kind of at a loss originally what to do for the border, because in the painting this border here is just a solid red. Well, that would be a lot of stitching, and I didn't want that. So I think this turned out cute, and I put little hearts in the corner. So I really like the way it turned out. It's super cute. Gosh, she did an amazing job stitching that. All my model stitchers just blow me away. So blessed to have them. Cross Stitch 203 Carrot Row. Here's another one that I could not believe I had a book that fits so perfectly with the size and the color. Look at that. It's like that book was made for this. This is a music book, music education series. But anyway, look at the, I love the caramel-y color of that. I love this one so, so much. Sorry, you just keep saying that. So that's Carrot Row. Then we have Cross Stitch 2345. So I'm doing different things like with my numbers. So a couple of them, the two Meows and my Sweet Guardian, these are going to be called, those two are part of the mini series, well, not mini, the teeny series. I think I talked about this last week. The teeny series, and then I've got my regular, you know, cross stitch like these ones, and then the 2000s are going to be the early American folk art type style, and then the 3000s are going to be called what did I call it? Stitch, no. Work of Heart, my lord. It's called Work of Heart. And so the angels are included in that. Halloween March will be included in that. I have some other ones coming out, and basically I call them Work of Heart because they are a more intense stitch. There's a lot of color changes. There's a lot of floss colors in those designs, and it's usually full coverage. So those more intense stitches, I feel they're more painterly looking. So I was thinking of, you know, work of art. And then I thought, no, Work of Heart, because you have to have your heart into it, I believe, to stitch like that, something full coverage. And so anyway, I've restructured my whole cross stitch, the way I'm numbering, and then the titles and stuff. So you'll see. So we are on to, I love this one so very much, 2345 Early American Folk Sheep. So here is that one. Oops. This is a paddle I had bought at a store. I already had the tin star on it. And so I think it's to hang like a dish towel on. So I just used these little mini clips, and I adhered the cross stitch to sticky board. And then I painted the word folk art here. And I love the way it looks. I think the color looks really good with it. I'm excited to do more of that early American folk art look. I love that look so much, and it's just different. And I think it lends itself really, really well to cross stitch. All right, we're down to the two angels. So everyone, I showed you Oh My Soul already. But I have to tell you when you see the frame. So I ordered frames online. Well, it's really hard to tell what a frame is going to look like online. The one that I bought for Oh My Soul is way too, it's just, let me grab it for you so you can see it. It's just too much of a frame for that. So I'm reserving this frame now for a painting that I will do. It's an absolutely stunning, gorgeous frame. Look how thick this frame is. It is gorgeous, but I just thought it was too much for the cross stitch. So anyway, like I said, I'll paint something to go in that. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I have to have a frame, and it's too late now to order another frame. So I'm looking around my studio, and when I go antiquing, I look for frames. I look, you know, I love all that old wood stuff. I love old tin. And anyway, I had this frame on the other side of my studio, and I said to my husband last night, I said, you know, God works in mysterious ways. When I bought this frame, how would I know? How would I know? There's no way I would have known that it was going to match this angel. When you guys see this, you're going to freak out. But I freaked out. Oh, and let me just preface before I show you. When I when I get back from market, I am going to have these professionally framed. That was my intention all along, but by the time I got the angels in, I didn't have time. I was too nervous to send them out and not get them back in time. I don't know how much time to allow for that. So anyway, I thought, you know, I don't have time. I'm just going to frame them myself. So they are not, I didn't use sticky board on them because I didn't want to have to rip them off the sticky board and ruin them. So they're not done with sticky board, and I did not have time to look up the lacing and figure all that out. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I did my best by just folding it over and taping it in the back and stretching it and trying to make it square. They're not perfect. They're not perfectly centered. Forgive me, all you framers out there. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, but I will be getting these professionally done in the same frames, but just they'll look better. So this frame, I should probably turn that light off. I should have done that probably a long time ago. Or at least turn it down. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but this frame color, it doesn't match her dress, but it matches this purpley kind of color in the background. And then, you guys, in her shadows, I do this in my paintings, that's why it's in here. But there's green, there's a little green here, there's green around her nose area, there's some green in her hair. So there's all these little specks of green in here. There is paint. Where the paint is chipped, it's green underneath. I gotta get closer. So, oopsie, sorry guys. Okay, so first of all, look at her face. See the green on her nose? All right, now look at the green on the frame. Can you believe it? It's the same flipping green. I was like, what? This was meant to be. And also, the background of this angel, I wanted it to look like old chippy paint, and it kind of has that effect. And then now when you see it in this frame with the chippy paint in the green, oh my gosh, this is just, I can't wait for Jessica to see this. Jessica Smith, she stitched this angel, and to see it in this frame, she's gonna love it. She's just gonna love it. Okay, so now rejoice that you have not seen. I have been holding out on y'all. Where's she go? Look at her. Oh my goodness. I love her so much. Donna Fedewa did this, and she did a spectacular job. Can I just tell you something? Donna is a perfectionist, and I originally had given her 35 count linen. I'm trying to think how much she had done. I want to say she had like this much of it done. And she said, Teresa, I just don't like it. It's the 35 count with 2 strands. It's too bulky. The floss isn't laying right. And she wanted 32 count linen instead of 35 count linen. So I got her that linen. This is Weeks Dye Works Corn Silk linen. And she re-stitched it. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away that she wanted to start over, but she's a perfectionist, and you can see in her work. So yeah, I love these angels so much, and it's a work of heart, seriously. Because me painting them, that's my favorite thing. I love painting these angels. And then to see them translated into something that looks so amazing. And then knowing that people can make their own and have it turn out exactly like this. I don't know. It's just, it's a work of heart all the way around for me and for, you know, the stitchers. And so anyway, I'm just super excited. And I said to my husband yesterday, I said, these two angel cross stitch, they're like, this is some major real estate. Look how big this is. I want to say that the inside was like 14 by 15 or 14 and a half by 15 or something. I don't remember exactly. So, and then this is a good 5 inches. So another 10 inches. So we're talking like, you know, 25, over 2 feet wide. Kevin's like, where are we going to put those? So I don't know. We were trying to think of maybe getting a couple easels that we could put in our room, but we really, I don't know where we would put them. We don't have room. We don't have room for easels. And then, so this is why we were up till 4 in the morning talking, because I said, you know, we may have to get 2 rooms next year and have 1 room punch needle and 1 room cross stitch, and then hire my friend Kristen to help, because, you know, we'd have to have, you know, it'd be nice if we could, you know, if Kevin was in one room, Kristen was in the other room, and then I would go back and forth and help and talk, you know what I mean? So anyway, Kristen, if you're watching this, give it some thought. She would be so good at it. Oh my gosh. She has the best personality, and she would be so awesome in one of the rooms, you know, and selling and writing orders and helping people. She's so friendly and she loves life. She would be a lot of fun to do that with us. So anyway, I don't know. That seems a bit much to have 2 rooms to try to, I'd have to have a whole nother booth. I don't know, but it was 4 in the morning, so maybe we were just a little delirious and we weren't thinking straight. So thanks for being here. Thank you for all your comments. I read all your comments. I love that you all like chocolate like I do. So many people said that was their guilty pleasure. One lady said potato chips, and oh girl, I'm with you. And chips and salsa. Oh my gosh. I love salt. I love anything salty. And I was telling the one girl, I messaged her or replied to her comment, and I said, my mom and I used to eat an entire bag of potato chips. My mom drove bus. And so I'd get home from school, and then when she got done driving bus and she got home from school, we would watch soap operas. She would tape the soap operas, and we would sit and watch soap operas and eat a whole bag of chips. Whole bag of potato chips. Back in the day when I didn't gain a pound from it. It was awesome. Oh, to have those days back. But thanks for all your comments. Again, don't forget to answer the question, whatever it was. Oh, what do you like to do for fun other than any like crafting hobby? And then also don't forget to give me give me a color, red, yellow, blue, green, and then a number 1 through 4, and then the second number 1 through 4 for our Chinese fortune teller. And it'll be crazy if it lands on personal funny story again. It's just nuts. Good thing I have a lot of them, right? Anyway, I am so excited about doing, and as far as filming at market, I'm going to do the best I can. I cannot promise anything because it's going to be busy, and it's a lot. There's a lot going on. But I will do my best. There's no way. I know I won't make it into every room, but I don't even know how many rooms I'm going to be able to make it into. So please don't be disappointed if I don't show as much as you want. All I can say is I'll do my best. But I'm going to start filming. I'm going to show pictures of the sweatshop. Kevin calls it the sweatshop in the basement. I'm going to show pictures of my studio right now because it looks like a bomb went off in here because I just got done making all these models, and I've got things laid out because I've got to get all my models together because some were out at trunk shows, and I just have to get everything together and packaged or packed and ready to go. And anyway, it's nuts here right now, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is my favorite time of the year as far as just getting to. I love Nashville too. If this show moves, I'll cry. Number one, because I won't be able to hang out with Kristen, but I love Nashville. I love country music. I love downtown Nashville. It's just such a blast. Always something to do. Amazing restaurants everywhere you go around in that area. So super excited. So thanks for being here. Please comment and keep those comments coming and keep the questions coming. And we'll see you next week. Probably do our Flosstube video. Kevin and I will probably do it together in our room Friday morning before we head out to Nashville. And then when I get back, I might not have a Flosstube that Friday. Instead, I'll just have a short little, I'll talk a short little bit and then just show the video of the show and our like day in the life of crazy cross-stitch punch needle designer. So thanks for being here, y'all. Take care. Bye.